Oh, hang on, everybody. Trying to see if I can stand this up correctly. Okay, what is up, everybody? My name is Matthew Poole. I am back here to do another dip review, and this time it's going to be under one of my number one top favorite dips of all time, and that is Grizzly Long Cut Wintergreen. And of course, it says Prium on it. Yeah. So now so on the date it says M9. Now it's hard for me to keep up when it comes to the month of trying to remember it, but I know the 9 is short for 2019, of course. But if anyone can help me to one day decode the month as where the letter it says M, because you know how it goes up from like say A January, B February, all day. I learned that from Joey Leds on that part, but because I'm not very good at bringing it up to remembering from even a higher standpoint, like with the month, I might need some help decoding that. So if anybody can help me one day with that, that'd be great. I guess leave it in the comments below or something whenever you get a chance to watch this. I just got this just like a few seconds ago, literally. As you can tell, at the same time, it hasn't been cracked open yet, if you know what I mean. So we're gonna uncrack this son bitch and get started. I hope I said all that stuff right. Okay. Uncrack this can here. Okay, and also, excuse me. It's also, okay, so it's 70% U.S. American tobacco and 30% imported tobacco. So basically, it's like I was trying to say in my first video, when I redid this whole thing, because when I made a new channel, basically, the imported tobacco just basically means on it because where it's 30% of it, as basically on Grizzly itself, basically what that means is that it is like the number one highest dip in the nicotine level. Like it's a really strong and overpowering dip. So yeah, it's it's basically the highest on the nicotine level. So yeah, and this thing really does pack a punch. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get me a pinch in, throw a lip in, as they say. And if any of y'all that watch this, please, pack a lip with me at the same time, or if not, that's fine. But I'm gonna try and show you guys this without it falling. Let me do it this way. You could probably see it. Okay. I don't know if y'all were able to see that, but I hope you were. It's just hard because if I was to keep my phone set up against my games, because I have to do it that way, I have to kind of stand up against something. But if I was to do it that way and then kind of try to flip it over a little bit, the can, everything will wind up falling apart, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to spill it. But feel free to pack a lip with me. Let's get this thing started, since I've been ramping on like crazy. Okay. Get us a pinch here. Nice big old pinch. And I think I'm going to stick it in my upper jaw this time. Upper decker on my left side. So we're going to do that. Alright. Oh, and I apologize, by the way. Sometimes it takes me a while to get it up there. To get it straightened up there. You know what I mean? I can never figure out why that is. I just want to do one more thing. I'm not going to put more in. I just want to show you something too. So basically, if you can see it, it's still somewhat of a full can. It's hard to show you because my camera on my phone, even though it's a brand new phone, it's not really all that big in a way. So it's kind of hard to show you all that. But basically, I only took like about a medium-sized pinch in, right? A good amount. And at the same time, after packing it just a few more times and opening it up, it's like, it's still looks like a full fucking can. Like literally. And that's freaking amazing. Let me go ahead and spit here. Get you guys to know what it's like. It hasn't come out dark yet for a spit, but it is. It does do it though. After a while of it kind of sort of sitting in there, it will come and the juice will spit out like a dark flavor, you'll get a dark juicy spit, basically, if I can explain it that way in a good way. But yeah. There we go. Today I'm spitting in one of these plastic like cups. That's sort of like my mud jug, and I know it's not really a mud jug, but well, you know, fuck it. I know it's not a mud jug, but you know what? It's something that's useful for now. I am, however, I am gonna work on, as a matter of fact, sometime this year, very soon, most likely very, very soon when I get paid. I'm gonna work on get me another mud jug, because the one that I had, the camel one that I had recently, that I had from a while back, well, stupid me wound up giving it to a friend. Mainly just because I was trying to be a nice guy, you know, and I wanted to help somebody out, this friend out, that is really close to me, and because where he dips too, and I wanted to help him out, and he didn't have a mud jug, so I gave him mine, and as well, but as far as the black one, the free one that came with it, now I didn't give that away, the black one. The one that came free with the one that I bought, I didn't give that away. It's just, I think what happened was I lost it, and that's somewhat of a problem I have. I wind up losing things sometimes, like, and I don't even remember half the time where I placed my stuff. But, so because of that, I had to order me another mud jug, which my parents are okay with me doing, because it's going to be coming out through my money, and I figure since they're not that much anyways, to get it online on mudjug.com, I figured that's what I'll just do, is I'll order me another mud jug online through that site. So I'll have one again, so I don't have to constantly spit in like cups like this or water bottles or whatever. Because see, we all know the thing is if, you know, spitting in stuff like this or whatever it is, like if it was this, water bottles, doesn't matter. Eventually, the juice is going to start rising up. Even if you put like plastic, like, my bad, even if you put stuff like paper towels or whatever inside it, you know, the cups and all that, it's still not going to stay down. Like it'll cover on top of the, you know, when you're spitting, it'll cover all around, of course, up on top of the paper towels when you stuff it down and all that, so it takes a while to rise up as if you didn't have paper towels stuffed down in it. But after a while, the juice will start rising up, kind of, and it gets all messy and shit, and you have to like kind of dump it out and re-put in more paper towels and shit. So it's good to be able to reuse something like that, even a water bottle, of course. But the problem is mainly you can sometimes make a mess somehow, and because the mistake of anything of doing, whether it's water bottles or this, say you pour it down, it will definitely spill and make a mess everywhere. Whereas the mud jugs don't do that. And I know because, like I said, I've had one before. And where I looked it up online and I've seen people that use them, basically those type of things are made for so that, like, when you're dipping into it, like spitting into it, when dipping, and then say it sort of gets full, but not like, I don't know, like say halfway full or whatever, or even full as fuck. And then like you pour it down and everything, none of it spills. Nothing comes out really. And there's other reasons why to it as well, but I can't remember. But it is very useful to have around. So yeah, that's what I'm planning to do very soon when I get my next paycheck or SSI check, because I'm disabled, have epilepsy and stuff like that. But I'm gonna use it mainly through that. Well, when it comes in, I'm probably gonna do it through my allowance money that I get, because I make like $20 through my allowance of what I get. Sometimes a little bit more than that. But yeah, I'm gonna do that very soon, and then at least that way I'll have one again. I'm probably gonna get one that's a different design this time, because there's a lot of them that have a lot of cool designs, and I wanted to be able to get one that's a really that has a really badass design to it that's really cool. So yeah, I'm gonna try to do that. Okay, so that's enough talking about all that. Okay, so the grizzly wintergreen itself, yes, like I said before, it is pretty much a very overpowering dip, because where it's high on the nicotine level. It is the like really it's a really good dip. I mean, in my opinion, if I was able to get a can of this, like every now and again, like say an everyday thing, or which I can't do that. It has to be like every once in a blue moon, because I don't always have the money to get it constantly and stuff like that. But when I do get it, I would literally dip the shit out of it. Well, I mean, I won't like constantly dip it to where I have no more left that quickly, because knowing that's one of the reasons I can get sick and throw up really bad. Mainly from two different ways. I think one of them dipping too much, like, and the other one, yeah, before a 24 hour, and the other way of being putting too much in, because, or even dipping the full can itself. Because if I was to do stupid shit like that, because I have Barrett's esophagus, and I don't know of any people out there that do, but because I have that, that can make me really, really sick. It can not only hurt my stomach really bad, I mean my chest and everything, to where I throw up, and it just like literally tears it up pretty bad. Like, that's how much it hurts. Like, because basically having that, it tears up my esophagus, okay? And eating too much spicy and greasy foods and certain drinks that I have, it could do that way too. But I'm never gonna give up on the dipping, even though it's bad for me. I really don't give a fuck. Like, I'll freaking dip till I fucking die. I mean, cause I love this stuff, this dip stuff that I do. I don't care what brand or what type it is, as long as it's wintergreen flavor, of course. But I'll probably wind up doing this till the day I die. Cause honestly, I mean, it's just something that I love doing in my free time. Um, Besides playing video games and stuff, or actually sometimes when I dip, I play my video games too at the same time, or I just like either that, or every now and again I'll take a break from that and I'll just watch dip review videos and get a heads up on on how people talk about what they do about these reviews on these dips. Not to really so much as take what they say and all that away to make into my own video, because I do not do that, but mainly just to mainly get an idea of like what it's all about and why people like it and stuff. And then I try to make it into my own video, but not as, like I said, taking their saying on it and all that shit. But but yeah, it's a really good dip. If you ever, if anyone out there say they dip right, but they haven't dipped a lot, like if they are first time dippers and all that, then something like Grizzly that's really high in the nicotine level and very overpowering and stuff like that, I wouldn't recommend getting a can of that until you've actually dipped for a lot longer than that, like say a couple months or whatever. Because if you start dipping it, say you get a can of it and you're first time dipper, that shit not only will it give you a huge ass buzz and shit like that, making you feel like you're high and all that. And actually, that shit's pretty good. It does feel good when you feel like that. Because even though I've dipped for a couple months here and there, and I've tried Grizzly for the first time, it still gave me that feeling. And I fucking loved it. I thought it was so fucking awesome. It gave me the feeling of that as if I freaking smoked weed or something. It's pretty good in that form. But, however, the reason why I say if you're a first time dipper not to get Grizzly for a start out dip is because it could possibly make you really sick at the same time. Like, it's just not the best thing to go with for being your first time dipping, if there is anybody out there that does it. However, so being that said, if you're just starting out dipping for the first time, probably the best dip I recommend is Kayak Wintergreen. Because it doesn't really have a lot of nicotine in it. Like it's not very high at all. It's like really low on the nicotine. So I would actually just probably recommend starting out with that. But then after a while dipping, but say after a while, if you dip, like say after a couple months or so, then I would try Grizzly. Oh shit. Because it is definitely a really good dip. Grizzly alone by itself, the wintergreen flavor of Grizzly, if you're a big fan of wintergreen flavor, it is a very good dip in my opinion. I like it, and that's why I say it's my number one top favorite dip of all time. Because I've tried others. I've tried some other dips before that are also sort of high in the nicotine level, like Copenhagen and trying to think of others, even though it may not be that high, like Stokers and stuff like that. But all the dips that they made so far, even in the flavors, I pretty much tried every single one of them. I already had like every single one of them. Sorry about that, guys. It's clearing up my throat. But honestly, at the same time, so like Kayak, Wintergreen, that's actually the only dip I really had the most of that I dipped constantly. Only because, like I said, I'm kind of every now and again I'm on a tight budget, so I don't always have a lot of money to get stuff like Grizzly and all that all the time. So that's why I have mostly always dipped Kayak a lot, which is fine to me. I mean, I mean, I wouldn't say kayak is really that bad of a dip. I mean, if you're tight on money, you know, you don't make a lot, kayak could be a good dip, especially if you are needing to get a can if you feel like, and you don't, you know, have any, and but you're on a tight budget, but you can get kayak, then that'd be fine to get it. Uh, but yeah, I mean, I know in a few videos in the past I've made about kayak, every now and again I would say it's a bad dip. It smells and tastes like shit and all that. In a way, for that one part, it is kind of true. But you know, at the same time, now that I think about it, dipping at kayak as much as I have over the years, I come to now realize that kayak is really not actually that all that bad. I mean, yeah, maybe low on nicotine, but who cares? I mean, like, it's a really good dip. I mean, who cares if it's low on nicotine? Who cares if it smells and tastes like shit somewhat? I mean, who cares? I mean, I mean, I don't really even give a fuck what half the people say on their reviews that kayak sucks. I hate to say that, and I'm sorry, but kayak is pretty good of a dip. I mean, like I said, me dipping that over the years the most, I mean, it is actually not that bad of a dip. Like, I can get a good pinch out of it, like a really good sized pinch, even though it's kind of hard for some people. It's mainly because a lot of the dips that I get of the different brand types is long cut. If it was fine cut, that would be a different story. Because, see, one time, I had actually gotten a fine cut type dip. I think it was of kayak mainly. And I tried to get a good pinch out of it. And it just all fell apart. Like, and literally spilled everywhere. I couldn't stand it. I hated it. Like, just because of that main reason. Like, it's like, I think what it is you have to do is fine cut dip is you gotta kind of, when you're going into as you're putting your two fingers in, like literally getting it in, you have to literally just go in there as deep as you can and just squeeze real tight on it somewhat, and then pull it out and then put it in real quick before, you know, it kind of falls apart. Because I think if you do that, then you won't have a problem with it spilling everywhere. But anyway, so with Grizzly, if I had to rate it, of course, like in the other past videos of the Grizzly, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. It's an all-out great dip to have around and to be able to actually try and all that. I just think it's a really awesome dip. It's got that real wintergreen flavor to it. You get a lot of juice out of, you know, when you spit. Comes out pretty dark. Yeah. And as usual, as far as shout outs, I want to give a shout out to Joey Leds. He's a really cool guy. I try to kind of talk to him on Facebook every now and again since he accepted my request. You know, like on Messenger, I would every now and again send him a text, and even though he can't always respond back because he's busy a lot, I'm assuming it's okay. I mean, I'm always hoping that eventually he'll respond back to my text. But being that I'm guessing, Joey, that you're probably busy every now and again, kind of a lot, I'm assuming, it's okay. If you're not able to respond to my text messages right away, it's cool. But however, you are a really awesome dude. I appreciate you, like I said, accepting my friend request on it. I just, like I said, I want to give you a main shout out to you because I really appreciate you. You were the reason why I started out dipping and started making videos on it. doing dip reviews. But yeah, you're a really cool dude, man, and thank you for everything. And another shout out I want to give to again is Outlaw. Um, I think Outlaw, you're a really cool dude as well. Um, I watched a lot of your videos too, and hell, I gotta say you're kind of funny as hell. Um, and as well as you too, Joey. I mean, shoot, you guys are just so freaking awesome with your dip reviews that you do, man. I mean, both of you. I mean, because you two, both of you guys, I've watched your videos the most on as far as dip reviews and stuff. So, I mean, I have watched other people's dip reviews, but see, the thing is, I can't remember the name of all those people. But like, you know, and if I can't remember all you guys' names on there, I apologize. I'll try to look into your guys' videos some more. And then that way I can give a shout out to you guys. Yeah, but that's kind of mainly it. The only other thing I wanted to say, it doesn't really have anything to do with this dip stuff, is besides recently getting a Nintendo Switch Lite, which is badass, I love it, which I showed you guys, I believe, yesterday when doing the dip review on Kayak. I mean, I think it's pretty cool. You know, especially the games that I got for it right now, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and Sonic Mania. It's pretty damn cool. I love it. I play them all the time when I can. I also got a PS3 still. I recently got a wireless PS3 controller. Now I got a charging cord for it too, but it's not the right one apparently because it doesn't charge it at all. So I'm gonna have to buy a new one. But yeah, and as far as all that stuff, just one more thing I wanted to add to this is that me and my girlfriend / fiance, Lynn Kelly, we finally got back together just recent after the incident that happened a while back. Everything's working out just fine now. I'm still seeing her, you know, visiting her every now and again, and sometimes I sleep over there to spend as much time with her as I can, even though I can't really live with her anymore, but she can live with me. If I can manage to get a place, I'll have her definitely move in with me. She's got a cat named Prince, who's a really, really cute cat. Really, really cool and everything. It's crazy though, because Prince don't always let me pet him a lot. But even though he's pretty much gotten to know me really well. But yeah, I love my girl very much. I just wanted to say that. And I love all you guys too. I consider you all family to me. And I appreciate all of you. So, yeah, and that's been the dip review. So, everybody, please, like and subscribe, and if you have any comments, just comment anything, comment below, send, any comments below of what you think of my dip reviews and whatever else. But that's, everything. So, everybody take care of yourselves, okay? Peace.